Today we're making two Navy Grogs to find out which one is better. The Smuggler's Cove Navy Grog, which is probably the most used and well-known recipe for a Navy Grog that's out there. And we'll try that against the Ultimate Navy Grog created by my pal Kevin Crossman at ultimatemaitai.com. Now, Kevin's recipe is inspired by a Navy Grog that he had, and he actually shared that on his website. He calls it the Modern Navy Grog, and he does not say who created that version, but instead shared it from a famous tiki bartender who shall remain anonymous. Now, we all deserve to have some secrets, and I'll have to check with Kevin first because I'm not sure if he wants me to say this, so if he doesn't, I'll just bleep this out. But I was told that this Navy Grog recipe that he based his recipe on was created by the one and only. That's pretty cool, and that guy's also a great photographer, if you did not know that. Now, I have recently been exploring Navy Grogs for no real reason other than just curiosity, and while I have said this before, I'll say this again. There are no hard and fast rules for a Navy Grog other than it definitely needs rum, and then it should probably have grapefruit and lime juice. It doesn't have to, but the two historic recipes that we think of are from Don the Beachcomber and from Trader Vic, and both of those use those two juices. The Trader Vic style is definitely the more popularized version that you'll see out there, which uses the Trader Vic's Grog concentrate, which is really just an allspice syrup. And the Smuggler's Cove version is in this style and uses allspice dram. And the one shared by Kevin is actually a mix of Trader Vic's and Don's and uses honey and allspice. Now, I'll be making both drinks at the same time and drinking them at the same time as well. And if you decide to do the same, you might want to think about first starting your night with today's sponsor, which is Xaymaca. Xaymaca's pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. And here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night, to drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. Now, I generally never try to really overdo it, but if I know that I'm going to go out and have more than one or two drinks, I always start my night with Xaymaca. July is packed with barbecues, fireworks, late weekends, and late nights with friends. Keep the good times rolling into the next day. Drink pre-alcohol before you go out and wake up ready for whatever Sunday brings. Remember to head to xaymaca.com/makedrink and use the code MakeDrink at checkout for 15% off. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be making both drinks at the same time, and the Smuggler's Cove version will be the one that you see on the left. The Ultimate Mai Tai will be the one that you see on the right. Both of them are going to start with 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce of grapefruit juice. The Smuggler's Cove version gets 1/4 ounce of demerara syrup, while the Ultimate version gets 1 ounce of a honey mix. Smuggler's Cove gets 1/4 ounce of St. Elizabeth allspice dram, while the Ultimate version gets 1/2 ounce of Hamilton pimento dram. Now for the rum, the Smuggler's Cove version gets 1 ounce of Planetary 3 stars, 1 ounce of Hamilton 86, and 1 ounce of OFTD rum. While the Ultimate Navy Grog will get 1.5 ounces of the Ultimate Mai Tai rum blend and 1.5 ounces of Lemon Hart demerara rum. You'll often find Navy Grogs ungarnished, but this is YouTube after all, so I'll give both of them some mint and a lime wedge. So there you go, the Smuggler's Cove Navy Grog and the Ultimate Navy Grog from ultimatemaitai.com. Earlier in this video, when I said that the Smuggler's Cove version is the most popular recipe out there, I don't actually know that for a fact. I'm kind of assuming that so many people got into this style of drink through the modern style of these drinks through the Smuggler's Cove book. And while the Don the Beachcomber version of the Navy Grog existed in print through the Beach Bum Berry books and is undoubtedly popular, the Trader Vic's sort of style of Navy Grog has always been very popular. And the official Trader Vic's recipe is somewhat secret because they don't tell you what's exactly in their grog concentrate. But sometime this summer, we'll get to that. We'll try to make our own grog concentrate, just like the one from Trader Vic's. So that is the style of the Smuggler's Cove. It is that allspice driven one. So let us go ahead and jump in and try these Navy Grogs, starting with the one from Smuggler's Cove. Cheers. It's strong, but I still feel like it's plenty balanced. You get the dark sugar notes from the rum in here, from the demerara rum, from the OFTD rum. Also, you get the allspice and the demerara syrup. While the Mai Tai gets a lot of love and credit for like tiki cocktails, since it is the most famous tiki cocktail, and I think a lot of people think you should start there if you're introducing someone to tiki, to start with the Mai Tai. I don't really know if you should. The Mai Tai to me doesn't feel as much tiki as a lot of other tiki cocktails. It's definitely Trader Vic, but if you want what I think are quintessential tiki flavors without getting too deep into the tropical stuff with pineapple or guava or any of those other like tropical fruits, banana for instance, coconut, these flavors to me represent that historic tiki from the 30s and 40s, when it's really rum driven with spice notes. So you get the spice from allspice, you get some of those darker notes from demerara. So this is probably a better introduction to tiki and what it should be than anything with pineapple juice, even a Mai Tai without pineapple juice, because it hits upon all those flavors, the blending of juices, and the usage of mini rum. So it's delicious. It's great. Let us move on now, though, and try the one from Kevin Crossman, UltimateMaiTai.com. A lot more honey here. Kevin tends to like his drinks like a tad sweeter than some recipes. I don't know. I don't know the Ultimate Mai Tai recipe off the top of my head, but I believe he uses like a 1/4 ounce more of either orgeat or a red syrup. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen now. But yeah, I know his drinks, he likes them to be just like a dial up sweeter. So let's try it. Cheers. Way more allspice driven. Now there's a 1/2 ounce of the pimento dram. Now in his recipe, and I didn't check with him first, his recipe has pimento dram in there, and I just assumed that meant Hamilton, since Hamilton calls itself a pimento dram, while St. Elizabeth is just allspice dram. The Hamilton one though is much more intense. It's intense. It's more intense in the pimento or allspice flavor, but it also has a base of a flavorful, fruity, funky Jamaican rum than St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth is the base of St. Elizabeth is Jamaican rum, but you wouldn't know. Hamilton, you definitely know. So that comes through the most first. I know we all just sort of revert to saying Christmas tree when it comes to allspice dram, but that's kind of the thing I tasted first, like that pop of allspice, pimento, the Christmas tree flavor. It's also not too sweet. Using a whole ounce of the honey syrup is not too sweet. That honey syrup, if you're interested in the honey syrup or any of the other syrups I use, I have a video on all of the syrups I use. They're also like the most common syrups you find across all of these tiki and tropical books. We looked into this. We picked out the 8 most popular syrups, and I have those in a video. You can find that video. I'll put a link to it here. It's also always at the bottom of my video. So if you go to my video description and you scroll to the bottom, you'll find the recipes there. And then at the very, very, very bottom, there is a link to that video. So if you want to know the syrups, the ratio of honey syrup or my own demerara syrup or anything like that, just check that video out. It is hard to say which one is best or to pick a favorite because they have these similarities, yet just the rum, the additional honey flavor, and that pimento really transform it from the one from Smuggler's Cove. I feel like the Smuggler's Cove one, it's delicious, yet it is more simplified and basic, which I think that's kind of what a Navy Grog is. And the one from Kevin, it's not overly complex. It just has more depth to it, more layers. And if you are someone who doesn't like allspice, probably will not like this. Even if you like the honey and the rum blend and everything else, I just don't think you're going to like it as much. But that Lemon Hart does help give that sort of like drying demerara rum flavor. So that's a good use here. If you don't have Lemon Hart demerara rum, you could always use the Hamilton 86 or your favorite lightly aged, or like El Dorado 5 or El Dorado 8 as well. At the start of this video, I didn't really want to pick a favorite between, Smuggler's Cove, which is iconic, and Kevin Crossman, who he's iconic too, but he's also my friend. But as I took the first sip and then first sip here, I was just like, oh, this is going to be harder than I thought because they're different yet close, and they both have what you want in a Navy grog. And I'll tell you, upon first sips, I was going for the Smuggler's Cove. However, now that I'm coming back to them, come back to them again. I prefer the ultimate one because going back to Smuggler's Cove, I'm losing all that flavor I first had. There's so much more intensity of rum and allspice and honey that these maybe shouldn't be tried side by side, because this sort of takes over your palate. And then coming back to this one, it feels more watered down. It's obviously not watered down. It does use 1 ounce of a lighter rum, which you'll find often. You'd have to ask Martin Kate about that, but I always assume when I see an ounce of light rum and then an ounce of another rum and an ounce of another rum, we're trying to go back to how cocktails were made. Don the Beachcomber, where he was blending a bunch of different rums to accomplish something. So that makes sense to me in that style, but I think Kevin going with that ultimate rum blend, which is 4 rums, which I'll put in the description as well, and then having that demerara rum, there's just much more intensity of rum flavor. And the pimento dram, as a drink, the ice is melting too. I think the pimento dram is becoming less intense, but side by side, it's just so much more flavorful because of that I'm gravitating towards this one. So there you go, folks, the Navy Grogs from Smuggler's Cove and UltimateMaiTai.com. And here's the truth, which is not a cop-out. I've been thinking about this for the last 5 minutes. I cut out a lot of the time. I sit here and I just think these combined together would be great. That's what it is. A little less of the pimento, a little less honey, but obviously more honey, which since there isn't any, a little bit more allspice. I think these two, if I just poured these out together, that would be the ultimate Navy grog. So both are great. Try both of them. Let me know in the comments below which one you prefer, or if there's another Navy grog recipe out there. I'll come back sometime soon. We'll do Trader Vic's. We will unlock the code to that grog concentrate, and I will share with you my own Navy grog recipe. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel, and if you want to support this channel more, go check out my Patreon page. Otherwise, see you on the next one.